We have our lesson for September 29th now. So last lesson you should have been working with the verb tener and getting the conjugations for those and working on filling out that paragraph. So today what we're going to be doing is working a little bit more. Something that I like for students to do called transformations. So basically taking the exact same reading and modifying it just so you can see the differences that happen whenever you make certain changes to particular elements of a sentence. So, like always, we are going to be starting with our Mes de la Herencia Hispana reading. So, today is going to be Ellen Ochoa. All right, so here there is a video for you to watch if you would like. But yeah, so same deal as always, same deal as what we did in class on Friday. Read through the story, fill in the blanks the best you can based on the context of the sentence of what you think would be the appropriate answers to these blanks. All right, and the warm-up questions, las preguntas para calentarnos, deal with the information that you just read about Ellen Ochoa. So, ¿de dónde es Ellen Ochoa? ¿Qué hace or cuál es la ocupación de Ellen Ochoa hoy en día? Feel free to look up this phrase. Hoy en día is a very useful sort of like daily expression. You can use it basically wherever you want. So it's a really useful idiomatic expression, sort of a colloquialism, if you will. But the phrase is ¿qué hace? That's one that we might be more familiar with. But I also included ¿cuál es la ocupación de? These two things mean basically the same thing. So ¿qué hace Ellen Ochoa hoy en día? Or ¿cuál es la ocupación de Ellen Ochoa hoy en día? Whoops, didn't mean to do that. So, third question. ¿Tiene frío o calor, Ellen, en el espacio? All right, so that will make more sense when you do the reading about Ellen Ochoa. And then, ¿cuántos años tiene en 1993? Okay, so be sure that you answer these questions in full and complete sentences, and feel free to collaborate with your partners. On answering the questions, you can speak these questions out loud, practice your pronunciation in that. All right, so what I'm going to want you to do today, and I've provided an example here, is you are going to be getting a reading, a paragraph, and you are going to be transforming it from one subject to another subject, essentially. If you look ahead, we'll see up here, up top, the subject of the original paragraph, and then you will have the subject of the target paragraph, essentially. So here is an example of what you are supposed to do. So you will be given this text here on the left, and then for every other screen, you'll see that the Transformación square, this section right here, is blank. All right, so for this one, this is staying in the singular, so we can see that just like in the rest of our readings, we have our subject italicized, we have our verb bolded, and then we also have our possessive pronouns underlined, okay? Now, obviously, the focus of this unit and of this lesson is the verb tener, all right, which I did include in here. I included tengo here, tengo here, but I also included some other verbs that we have seen before and even some that we haven't seen before. So obviously we have ser here, we have the verb vivir, trabajar, but then also we have the verb correr. So this is going to be a new verb for you, so feel free to add it to your vocabulary and see what it means and look at the conjugations. Now, what we can see here on the right is basically the exact same sentence, or the exact same paragraph rather. However, the subject has been changed from yo to tu, and as a result, we can see that all of the subjects, or all of the verbs rather, are changing due to the change in the subject. Okay, so instead of yo soy, we have tú eres. Instead of yo vivo, we have tú vives. Trabajo, trabajas, tengo, tienes, etc. And now another thing to keep track of is also that our possessive pronouns are changing. En mi tiempo libre, all right, in the subject or in the paragraph where the subject is yo, in the paragraph where the subject is tú, we are seeing that the possessive pronoun has also changed. So en tu tiempo libre, tú corres por la ciudad, entonces tú tienes una vida muy activa. So the first one that you're going to do, it is going to remain singular. So we are going to stay with this yo subject, but remember that tú and usted, they do both mean the exact same thing. However, one of them is used in informal settings, talking about friends or family or anything like that, whereas usted is used in more formal settings. Okay, so we can see in this example here that the subject that we used was tú, and so all of the conjugations correspond to that subject. So for this one, I've already started it off for you. So instead of yo soy, we're going to be starting with usted es. Okay, with usted es. And then you are going to rewrite this paragraph here using the subject usted. So be sure that you look up these verbs and see how you would possibly conjugate these verbs for the subject usted. And how would our possessive adjective mi, how would that change? We saw that in the first example, mi changed to tú without an accent. All right, this is how you denote that it is a possessive in writing, even though tú without an accent and tú with an accent are pronounced the exact same way. In writing, this is how it is denoted as a possessive adjective. So that's the first one you'll do. But then the next two are going to be a little bit more difficult. So obviously now we have changed the sentence, or we've changed the paragraph, the subject of the paragraph, from yo to nosotros. Remember that yo and nosotros are both first person, but yo is singular, nosotros is plural. All right, so which subject are we going to be transforming this paragraph to? So based on the context of this paragraph, all right, which subject are we going to be using in the transformation? Now remember, where's the only place where vosotros is used? And then where is ustedes used? All right, there's information in this paragraph and in this paragraph that will tell you which one you should be using. So you will transform this paragraph here. You'll transform this paragraph here and this paragraph here either to ustedes or vosotros, but you'll only do it once. So one of these will be transformed to vosotros and the other one will be transformed to ustedes, but that is up to you to figure out. All right, and that is going to be the last activity for this particular lesson.